Hello, honors physics. Today we're going to be looking at the magnetic field, and we're going to be making a vector plot. I wanted to make this video for you so you have an idea what's going on. I know we haven't really looked into magnetism yet, however, there is some similarities to the electric field. We're going to look at that today. Mr. T might be joining us a little later. We don't know. We'll see. Hopefully. So here's what we've got going on right now. We've got these little demos here. I want you to take a look at the little pointer thingies. I'm not sure what you'd call them. But there's really no pattern. They're all over the place. Nothing really interesting. However, when I put a magnet right in here, I'm going to grab that magnet there. I'm going to put it in. Something's going to happen. Very, very cool. So I'm going to try to... Ooh, I've got a great idea. I'm going to put this on a little stand and we'll watch it happen. Alright, we've got our stand right here. I'm going to grab that magnet. I'm going to put it right inside. Watch what happens to these little pointy thingies. Look at that. My goodness gracious. That is incredible. They line right up so that they make a path from one side of the magnet to the other. That is really cool. Huh. Kind of reminds me of field lines. Let's take a look at this one over here. So here we got the same thing going on. No pattern, nothing. I've got a magnet here. I'm going to slide this right inside. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I can get it in there. Slide, slide, slide. Almost. There we go. Wow! Look at that. They're all lined up again. That is so pretty. It looks like the lines are going from one side of the magnet to the other. Huh. I think we've seen something like that before. Kind of reminds me of a dipole in the electric field. Positive charge and a negative charge. Electric field lines going from the positive charge to the negative charge. Well, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to investigate the magnetic field lines. We're actually going to make a vector plot. It's going to kind of look like this. It's going to help us figure out which direction the the magnetic field is pointing. So let's take you over to your equipment right now. Here we've got magnets, and my keys. That has nothing to do with the equipment. A compass, and some paper. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take one of these magnets. It's a bar magnet. Has a north and a south. That's important. It's kind of like the electric field. Electric field, we deal with positive and negative charges. The magnetic field deals with norths and souths. So norths and souths. I'm going to set this up. It doesn't matter how I do it. I think I'll just set it up like this. We're going to be making a bunch of these. Get my compass there. Yeah, I'm going to put this down so we can see what's going on. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the compass. And I'm going to see which direction the compass points when I bring it near the South Pole. Notice the arrow is pointing towards the South Pole. That helps me figure out the direction that the compass is pointing. Some of these compasses might have the arrow pointing away from the South Pole. That's all right. That just tells us that the back end would be the front. So here, arrow is pointing to the south end, arrow is the front. If the other side was pointing to the south end, that would be the front. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little arrow there, saying that that's the direction that the compass was pointing, right there. And I'll do it again here. Oops, I forgot one thing. Got to make sure we trace out the magnet. So let me do that. Trace out the magnet. Trace, 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 trace. Trace, trace, trace. Trace, trace, trace. Okay. And then I'm going to put north and south so I know where the magnet goes. Bam. Now that I've established which direction the compass is, We know which side points to the south pole of the magnet. It's the front end. Some compasses might have the back end. Some compasses might not even have an arrow. So you'll have to figure out which side is the back end and which side is the front end so you draw your arrows in the right way. Now I'm going to put the compass wherever. Compass points that way. And I will put a little arrow in the direction that the compass is going. Yep, let's find another spot. How about right there? Compass is pointing that way. And I'm going to make a vector plot. This whole page needs to be filled. So I'm going to do that right now. This is not good enough. Whole page needs to be filled. So keep going. Let's see what I got. Oh, it's looking pretty, except for over here. I'm not finished. Can't have any white spot. Got to be nice. And this is a vector plot. I just got to fix up that little bit there. So let me do that, and then we can look back at this. All right. Look at that. Very cool. This is a vector plot. This is the way your plot should be. Don't try to give me paper that's got a whole bunch of white everywhere. It should be nice and full with arrows everywhere. Okay, so this is what you're going for. We're not done yet though. Let me go grab my red pen. So this is the magnetic field. I'm going to use these to trace out the lines. So all right. Here's my magnetic field lines. Looks like they're going from the north to the south. Very cool. You're going to be making these plots. You're going to have to make 3 of them. You can do a 4th for extra credit. The first one will have 1 bar magnet on it. The second and third should have at least 2 bar magnets on them. So set them up any way you want, whether or not you want to kind of make a really cool design. Hold that up there. You could do something like this. Trace them out. Get your compass and start building your vector plot. Alrighty, just wanted to take a look at this real quick. Anything less than this will not be considered good enough. Notice how I have the lines on the paper. I've got the vector field full. There are arrows everywhere. Very, very, very little white space. This is considered adequate. If you want to do more than that, that's totally fine. But don't give me any less than this. I'm going to take this now. I'm going to put it right onto my spot right here. I'm going to draw the magnet, and I'm going to draw the lines. You don't have to draw the arrows, not the vector field plot. You want to draw the lines. So let's see. We've got north and south there. The lines going like this. So I'll draw my north and south, and then the lines going from north to south, just like the arrows that I have here. Okay? Alrighty. This is a pretty simple lab, very exploratory. Check out the magnetic field. Build some vector plots. Figure out how these different bar magnets will work. Your job is to make 1 with 1 bar magnet, get practice doing the vector plot, and then 2 with at least 2 magnets. You can do a 3rd one for extra credit. Let's see. I think that's about it. So, have at it. Find those magnetic field lines. See you in class.